Welcome back to another episode of Broke to Rich, where I will be going from the rags of Los Santos all the way to the top, having every business unlocked solo. And in today's video we're going to be doing the new KNOWAY missions that Rockstar put out, and in my opinion these are way better than the Clucking Bell farm raid. So let's get into it. Now, to start the KNOWAY mission, you need to go to the letter A on the map, and it should be short for Avi, and you press right on the D-pad to start the mission from the telephone. Now, these missions, Avi will send us to the depot to stealthily kill some people, which I didn't do in this mission properly, but it's okay. And also, this heist, if that's what you like to call it, they pay out $500,000 only if you do it on hard mode, so make sure you do it on hard mode. Okay, now let's get back to the gameplay. So once you kill all these people, you need to essentially ruin the KNOWAY reputation by killing people, running over traffic lights in the actual car, and it's really fun. Way better than the raid farm in my opinion. Now, once killing all these people, you need to get into a KNOWAY car and leave the depot, and at the top right you should have some little missions you need to do. So for example, I have knocking down fire pedestrians and also knocking down traffic lights. You might have something else, but it should be easy enough. Now, once you have done all of them, you will have to go take down some billboards and disable the KNOWAY cars that are scattered around Los Santos. Now, for the billboards, they shouldn't be much of a hassle, as there are ramps that you can use to destroy the billboards with your car. But for disabling the KNOWAY cars, I have a little tip. Instead of just ramming it up close, get high enough speed and ram into it. It should either fully disable it or at least damage it 3/4 of the way. Once you have disabled all of the cars, you will now have to leave the KNOWAY taxis and blow them all up, which shouldn't be too hard if you have sticky bombs or homing launchers, which you should now have. Once you have blown them all up, you need to go to Avi's dead drop. Now, if you can't lose the cops, I suggest you come over to this train track place near the drop, which they won't come near for some odd reason, and then you will lose the cops. And that is mission done. You should get around $34,000, but I think this is the only mission in these setups where you can get money. But don't worry, we'll be getting 500k at the end and 250k bonus for the first time completion. Now, to kind of switch up things, I did a stash house to replenish the acid lab supplies, which we will be selling shortly after the KNOWAY heist is done, and getting around 354k in public lobby. Now, I do need to be doing the 10 Fooligan missions so we can get more money when doing the acid lab drop-offs, but hopefully next episode we will do that. So as usual, I go into the stash house, kill a few people, find the combination safe code and put it into a safe, and then we escape. For the next KNOWAY mission, Avi is going to have us meet someone, and that man is going to lead us to a place where taxis are parked, and he's going to put a bomb underneath those so we can blow them up. Once we have blown them up, we are going to have to go to a hideout and infiltrate a place as an undercover. Now, when you are in the briefing room, the boss will talk about how someone has been causing the destruction of the KNOWAY reputation, which was obviously us. Once he has stopped talking, we are going to get a text saying that we have been made. Someone probably ratted us out or something. Then we're going to have to kill everyone in the hideout, which should be simple enough. When you have done that, you need to go to the data center, and this is the last part of this mission. When you have arrived, there will be a few enemies guarding the data center. Killing them should be easy enough. Once you enter the data center, you need to find 3 hard drives that include the Epstein files. Once you have found them, head back to the drop-off, and that is this mission done. Somewhat easy and fun. Now on to the next mission. This mission is going to have us go underground, kill a few people stealthily, and we have to do a hack. For this hack, all you have to remember that is the top one is times by 2, then the second one is times by 10, then the last one is times by 1, I believe. Hopefully that is correct. Now, once you have done the hack, the train should start moving forward. Once it comes to a stop, you have to wait for another train to come. And once that train comes, kill all the people there as well, and you should be able to get a briefcase that is lying there. Now, once you have gotten that, there will be a bunch of enemies in front of you. Make sure you snack up because these people do not play around. And once you have killed all of them, there will be bags in a container which you will have to break into and ride out. Easy as that. And when you do ride out, there will be a ramp which you can use. Make sure you use it. And also make sure you have your snack bar open when you ride, because these enemies can kill you within seconds. And if you have done all that correct, go to Avi's dead drop, which is in the same place, and this mission should be complete. Okay, for this next mission, Avi will have us go to a spot where Trash Master is located, and we're going to be using that truck to be getting some information from bin bags, hence why we need a trash truck. Now once you have stolen the truck, you want to head to a KNOWAY office, as it says for you. For me this was confusing as I was doing it for the first time, but hopefully I can guide you throughout it very easily. So once you have arrived, you want to beep your horn as it will allow you to enter. Now drive to the point where the trash truck is lying to where you can get the bin bags in very easily. And now you want to wait for the man at the electricity vault to leave so you can dismantle it. Once it has been dismantled, you want to wait for the guy who was guarding the trash bags to go away and investigate what had happened as we just dismantled the vault. From there you want to pick up the trash bags and put it in. Now you don't want to get caught with them in your hand as I did right here. Make sure they're not looking at you or else they'll shoot you, which you do not want. And you have to do this 3 more times. Just make sure you do not get caught. Now at the third office you will have to do a hack, which is very easy, and you will be entered into an apartment type of thing to search for 2 KNOWAY documents. Once you have acquired those 2 documents, leave the office or the KNOWAY apartment. You now have to do one last thing, and that is to steal from a FIB van, which was very hard for me, but nevertheless I got it done. Once you have damaged the FIB van, steal the bags, put it into the trash truck, and you should be done with the mission. And now you want to head back to Avi's dead drop, and that should be this mission done. Okay, now this mission or heist is the finale. Avi will get us deliberately busted for taking a hacking device, and the police will come and bust you. Then we will get an interrogation screen, which was actually cool to see. Now once that scene is over, you need to find a way out. So go to the shelf, pick up the book, and it will tell you to remove the red wire. Put the book down and pick up the pen on the table and get to work. Once you have taken the red wire out the door will now be unlocked. Now I suggest when getting out, you do this part stealthily as it will help you out a lot. Make sure you kill the first 2 guys in front of you before you get your weapons. Now once you've gotten your weapons, kill everyone stealthily. Once you have killed, you now have to hack the database, which should be simple. You just have to match up the lines to whichever one there is. Now if you have done that part right, you would have alerted the guards, or something should pop up in the bottom left corner. Once that has been done, you now need to go to the roof where there will be enemies, so make sure you snack up once you have entered. Once you have entered the roof, there will be a helicopter waiting for you. You take that heli and fly to your destination. Now upon flying, there will be an enemy helicopter as well in the distance, and it will shoot you 3 times before your helicopter gives out. This is supposed to happen, so don't worry. Once you're on the beach, you need to find a jet ski and drive to Avi, and that should be this heist or mission done, and that's an easy 500k plus a bonus for doing it for the first time. Now if you made it this far, make sure you subscribe guys, as it helps me out a lot. Now that we have done the KNOWAY missions that were fun, we now are going to be doing the acid lab because our supplies are at 100%. I'm going to be doing this in a public lobby so we can get that extra cash. So really and honestly, the acid lab is pretty easy. You just go on a bike, hand in the drugs, and you have 5 locations to give it. But this time I got lucky. I got the setup one, which is far easier in my opinion. So once I got set up, I had to lose the cop, and then it gave me a new destination, and all I have to do is just park this bike in that truck type thing and leave the area, and we should get over 300k. Now this would have been over 500k if I had the acid lab equipment upgrade by doing the 10 Fooligan missions, which I will be doing soon. But yeah, 374k easy money. Once I had done the acid lab, I now needed to do the stash house so we can replenish the supplies without paying. And I think you guys get the gist of it. Go in there, kill a few people, get the code, put it in the safe, get whatever is in the safe and leave the area. Simple as that. And we also did cheese cash, which was pretty easy this time round, which is surprising. But yeah, I got 16k from that, a couple of snacks, and then I did another KNOWAY heist just to stack up on my money really quickly, and I got 500k from that. And then I did a clock and bell heist, which was a bonus payment this week, which is really good, which I think was an extra 500k. And if you guys are wondering why I'm grinding these type of heists, heists is because I want to get the Kasatka, which is where we will be doing the Cayo Perico heist, which will give us a lot of money, far more than the Clock and Bell and the No Way. Now to actually get started, you need to go to the music locker on your map. You should see it near the casino. After that, you're going to get a very boring scene when you enter, which I won't show you. After that has finished, you will be able to buy the Kasatka so we can start up the mission. Now the Kasatka costs around 2.2 million without any upgrades. Now if I were you, and if you have the money, I would buy the helicopter along with it because it would make missions very easy. But unfortunately I do not have the money, so I will be buying it later on when I do my first Cayo Perico. Okay, now that we have gotten and purchased the Kasatka, we will now be entering it for the first time, and when you do enter, you will get a cutscene with Pavel, and it's a long one, so I won't bore you guys with it. Once that scene is finished, you want to go to the planning board and press X to launch the mission. And from here, we're going to be going to the LSIA airport with English Dave to scout the island, the Cayo Perico one. Now, I had a lot of problems when actually going into this. For example, I didn't know what to do at times, so I used a YouTube tutorial because it was taking way too long. Once you have entered the island, you will have to go on a ride with El Rubio, where we will be dancing for a while, and Pavel will tell us to infiltrate from the south gate, and that's what you want to do. Once you're out, you will have to go to El Rubio's compound, and once Pavel is done speaking, you then have to go to the communications tower to locate the Madrazo files. But before that, you need to do a hack, which should be nice and simple. Once you have located the Madrazo files, you need to scope out the north dock. Personally, I won't be using the north dock. I'm going to be using the main dock and the drainage tunnel, which my recording didn't pick up, unfortunately, so you guys won't be seeing that. But if you guys want to use the north dock, you can, but you don't need to. Once you have scoped out everything you need, you can head back to Los Santos, and from here we are going to be doing the setups for Cayo Perico. And also make sure you guys come over to this spot near the airstrip to take a picture of what your secondary loot is going to be, so you can get an extra 300 to 400k worth of money. Okay, now for me, when doing the approach, I selected the long fin option as it was easier for me. Once you have selected the mission, you want to fast travel to your spot, and you can do that by coming over to this place and pressing square on PS5 or X on Xbox and see which place is nearer. Now this will cost 10k per purchase, so be wary. Before actually stealing the long fin, you need to steal a phantom. I suggest going to the one where it only shows one phantom, as that one is way better. Now once you have gotten the phantom, go to the long fin and put it on the back of your truck. Once you have put it on your truck or phantom, make sure you lose the cops and go to the docks, and that should be this setup mission very easy. Now one thing I like about these setup missions is that they give you lots of RP when you're a low level, which is good for me. Now the next mission or setup we're going to be doing is getting the safe code combination, which you will have to go to the casino's garage to this yellow car and get a key card, and then we're going to have to search for El Rubio's penthouse. Once we have found the penthouse, we need to locate the head of security. Once you have located and killed him, searching for a safe code. And once you have it, exit the casino and leave the area. Easy and simple. Now for the next setup mission, we are going to be stealing a fingerprint cloner. For this we need to head to a warehouse, kill a few people in it, and get this hack done. This hack is very simple, so you shouldn't have a problem. Once you have done that, you now need to go to the archive, and in the archive you will have to find the actual fingerprint clone that we need. And for me, it was all the way at the back. Once you have done this, lose the cops and head back to the Kasatka so it can save. Now for the guns, I chose Conspirator as I like the pistol, which makes it easier for me to kill people. For this setup mission, I had to go to Merryweather HQ and follow a Valkyrie, which held weapons I needed. Now make sure you snack up, as these guys are very strong and can kill you within seconds. Now I did die a few times, but luckily we have unlimited lives to do this. Once you have killed everyone, you need to enter the Avenger and kill the people in there and locate the weapons in the Avenger. Once you have the weapons, you need to parachute out and drive back to the Kasatka. Now before doing the actual heist for Cayo, you might have thought to yourself, what about the underground tunnel and the photograph of the main dock? Well, yes, I did do that, but my recording didn't pick it up for some odd reason, so you will just have to trust me. In the meantime, I did do another stash house to replenish my acid lab so I can get that ready for next episode. And as usual, I go inside, kill a few people, find the code, put the code in the safe and head back out. Very boring, but it saves me around 60k, which is good in the long run. Now finally onto the actual heist, Cayo Perico. Now as I would start up the heist, get put with a cutscene, Now once that cutscene is over, you'll be in a long fin, and in that long fin you want to head over to the airstrip where you want to kill this one person in the head and quickly run into the place. And from here, press right on your D-pad to use the cutting torch to get through the chains and start to loot. Now I believe coke is number 1 for money, weed is number 2, and cash is the worst one you can get. Once you have done that, get this forklift and pick this box up with it, and make sure it's all the way at the top by pressing up on your left analog stick and place it towards here. Now get out, climb on this forklift, then climb on the box, then climb over this fence, and there should be 2 lots of loot you can grab. Now we didn't get the best loot, we only got around 367k when it could be more, but unfortunately it goes down even more because I get killed while doing the heist. Now once your bag is full, you want to get back in your long fin and head to the underground tunnel, and this will be your entrance. Once you have entered, take whatever route you want, it does not matter. But I took this route. Now I'm not going to show you the part where I died because I failed unfortunately, but for my next try I did it perfect. So what I did was turn around, take a right, kill the 2 guards here, then keep going forward. Wait for the guards to pass so you don't get spotted, then go forward and wait for this guard who was guarding the stairway to pass. Now once he's passed, go up, and here it is your choice if you want to kill him, it's up to you, but I just didn't. I also didn't kill this guard, so I just kept going forward. Now I did kill this guard over here because I thought he would have been a threat. Once you have gone upstairs, open this door and you will be in a safe house type of thing. Now from here, do the fingerprint hack. Now a tip for this would be start from the top of the fingerprint and go 1 to the right. For example, the 3rd one we would go 2 to the right. For the 4th one you go 3 times to the right. Should be easy from there. Once I finished that hack, I went to the safe and grabbed some money. I don't know how much it gives you, but I got around 30k, which got me up to 300k. Now once you have done that, use the elevator to go underground to get the Madrazo files. Once you're underground, you will have to burn some chains, and then Pavel will send you a code. Make sure you remember this code as you need this to put it in the safe. A bit like the stash house. Once you have taken the Madrazo files, use the elevator to go back up again so we can get out. From here, when you come down, kill this guy standing here and wait for this other guy to pass. And jump over this wall and take a left from here, and it should be easy. Go up to the yellow circle and press right on the D-pad to escape the compound. Once you're out, take the man out in front of you with a bike and take the bike and just ride off into the ocean using this route, and if you swim far enough you should get a pass. And from the heist we get $1.3 million and a bonus 200k for doing it for the first time. And with the 2.6 million that we have, I bought the Sparrow as it would make the mission easier for the setups we were going to do for the Kaya Perico. And the Sparrow costs a lot, about 1.8 million, which is insane. After that purchase, I did one class Cloak and Bell farm raid to wrap up this video, which gave me $1 million because of the bonus this week. And this is the 2nd episode of Broke to Rich done. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Well, to be fair, I don't like the editing part, but yeah. I do want to do a live commentary as it would make things easier, but I don't know. Other than that, this will be the end. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe and comment which business I should buy in the comments for next episode.